Today, on a very exciting episode of Focal Point, we're going to explore the world of journalism. Tune in as we learn about the college's very own photographer, Dennis Jingle. Stay with us. Hi, welcome to Focal Point on CCP TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. I'm Darlene Muntz, a student in the Communication Arts curriculum here at CCP. We have an exciting show for you today. I am here with CCP's official photographer, Dennis Jingle. Dennis Jingle has been the staff photographer for CCP for the past 30 years. He earned his Bachelor's of Science in Professional Photography from Rochester Institute of Technology in 1981 and his Master's from Philadelphia University in 2002. He began working at CCP as an adjunct faculty member in the Computer Science Department at the college in 2004. Since 2010, he has also been an adjunct in the Department of Photographic Imaging. Welcome, Dennis. Wow, 30 years.
That's what I say. Yeah, wow, 30 years. It surprises me sometimes. Sometimes it seems like it's been a short time, but other times it feels like 30 years.
So tell us, how did you become the college's photographer?
I answered an ad in the Enquirer.
What kind of photos do you take for the college?
It really runs a wide gamut of photography, but primarily it's event photography, different events throughout the college, which really takes on a PR or photojournalistic approach. It can be things from portrait photography, individual as well as group. It can be architectural photography.
What do you like most about being the photographer for CCP?
I guess the biggest thing is the challenges that it presents, both in technique as well as creativity. It gives me the opportunity to really explore both sides of photography, the science of photography as well as the art of photography.
Of all the events that you covered here at the college, what was your favorite?
I don't think I could put it down to any one individual event. I think the biggest joy that I have is covering graduation, because it's such a celebration and it's a natural celebration, completion for the students. I think the faculty as well see it as a celebration and the joy that they get seeing their students obtaining their goals, and just everybody's happy and it's a fun time. And it's really easy for me to capture those happy moments.
What an excellent answer, because it made me happy just to hear you say that. It did. How did you get involved with photography as a career?
I actually started interested in filmmaking, but in my senior year in high school, the whole year was dedicated to photography. And that's when, I was bit by the photography bug.
Dennis, what type of photography do you think you're best at?
I think it's a judgment call that should come from outside of me. Not really. I think others should judge what I'm good at. I can tell you what I enjoy: nature photography, landscape photography, and I really, really like working in digital imaging software like Photoshop and ON1. It really opens up a lot of doors for my creativity.
Dennis, I saw some of your work last fall. Are they panoramas?
Yes, they are. Yep. Really have a real gravitation to panoramas, simply because I think they really capture the angle of view that we all have, that a camera lens really can't capture and maintain the same perspective, the relationship of objects within the image. And panoramas can do that. They maintain that same perspective as our eye has, but also gives a similar angle of view. I usually shoot like a 180 view, which really are made up of probably about 14 images, and then you can splice them back together to make one complete image or one panorama within software like Photoshop.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for being with us, Dennis.
Sure thing, my pleasure.
We are looking forward to seeing more of your work here at the college. Now let's hear what CCP students have to say about freedom of the press.
Freedom of speech means to me exactly what it states, to be free to express my feelings and my thoughts out loud.
Freedom of speech means to me that I have the right to practice whatever religion.
Well, to me, it means to be able to say and express yourself however you want without negatively affecting the next person's or interrupting their constitutional rights.
Freedom of speech means to me that you can say whatever you feel and not be penalized for how you think or what are you feeling.
SEPTA is not allowed to refuse certain groups from displaying advertisements that are anti-Islamic.
Well, I'm Muslim myself, so I think that's horrific. I think that's really bad.
SEPTA is everywhere, so I might be walking down the street or going to work and I see these buses riding past, like where do I, or I might just not want to get on that bus and I have to go to work.
I wouldn't want to be on a public transportation that say, oh, Muslims are this, Muslims are that. It makes me feel like I'm not part of the society, so we all want our rights being protected.
You can say something and it could cause a complete uproar with a certain, like with the Islamic congregation. That can cause an uproar, so I feel like that can be the reason why they shouldn't do it. I mean, not doing it is not going to affect anyone. Not putting an ad saying anti-Islamic is not going to affect anyone negatively or positively. So just don't do it.
I think that freedom of speech does have boundaries. You should be able to say what you want to say, but you shouldn't offend anybody.
The Texas DMV, they will not allow people to put Confederate flags on their specialty license plates.
Does the DMV have the right to prohibit that? I believe so, because it's not important. It's just your license plate.
I don't really think that it's that significant to be on there or to not be on there.
I think that Texas should allow, as long as they don't cause any harm to the other people that's living in the society or in that environment.
Anything offensive, I think freedom of speech is like an excuse that people use to get away with things. Say, oh, I have freedom of speech. Well, you do have freedom of speech, but you're being hurtful and offensive, and that is not okay.
I don't think the freedom of speech actually exists.
I don't say what I want to say if it's hurtful or offensive.
I feel pretty free, and knowing that I have the freedom of speech to back me up.
I feel like I can say what I want when I want. Whether it affects someone's feelings or not, I don't know. And sometimes I don't care, but I have my days like everyone else.
Interesting. And now let's see what students have to say about how they use photography.
Selfie.
I take photographs all day.
I take photographs as often as I do my hair.
I take photos when there's occasions or, sometimes I might feel like throwing up a random selfie.
I take them when it seems necessary to.
I upload pictures to social media, not as much, but I upload the really good ones.
When I take pictures, I upload them very often to social media.
On my Instagram, I update at least 2-3 times a week.
I am trying to get 534 followers. I am currently at 54.
I get all the likes, millions of likes.
I upload pictures to social media, not as much, but I upload the really good ones.
I remember when Instagram first started out, it was a lot of just spam pages just based on photography.
Sometimes I feel like it makes everybody feel like they're a photographer.
Social media sites make younger audience want to expose themselves to get likes.
That's all you have is a camera and you just snap the picture and people do editing on their phone.
And there's a lot of filters on the phone and everything, but there's nothing better than getting a headshot.
Well, that's it for today. I want to thank my guest Dennis Jingle and the viewers for tuning in. You have been watching Focal Point, the Community College of Philadelphia magazine show on CCP TV, the educational channel of Community College of Philadelphia. All the segments for Focal Point are produced by the students in the digital video production curriculum. I'm Darlene Muntz, a student in the Communication Arts curriculum here at CCP. See you next time.